This is the first time the Buckmaster has hunted in the state of Idaho. Today, Jackie is the guest of well-known guide Tim Craig of Boulder Creek Outfitters. As we join the hunters, Tim is giving Jackie his first look at this breathtaking Idaho hunting terrain.
Tim, that's a nice mule deer right there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a pretty fair one.
I'll tell you, being my first trip up here to Idaho, you were telling me, you use a lot of binoculars and you use your field scopes, just trying to find the certain deer in certain places. Kind of gives you a little, I guess, a guideline of their habits here. Is that correct?
Yes, it is.
I'll tell you what, this is some high elevation for me. I'm not used to this high.
Yeah, it's a little steep. You just work your way off those ridges and you can get in there pretty close. And use mules and so on to get them out.
Really?
Yeah. Get a lot of good field of view from up here, though.
I'll tell you what, like I said, you spotted those mule deer right there, and I can't see them in my naked eye, but I mean, I guess you've been looking at them for so many years, you can spot them. But this is mule deer, elk, and whitetail country, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it is. Yeah, the mule deer run down the Salmon River breaks, the whitetail up toward the top, and the elk toward the top. All your mule deer on the break side. We get elk in these timber pockets here once in a while, but mainly toward the top.
I got you. So, when we're going to be whitetail hunting this week, we're going to do a little bit of horn rattling.
Yeah, we'll be rattling.
And what are some food preferences? You said something about apples. You got apples around here?
Yeah, got a lot of orchards in the area. Orchards way back from the old days, back in the 30s. And they hit on those plums and apples.
So we do a little tree stand hunting there.
Yeah. Yes.
And then are the deer getting close to the rut now?
Yeah, they're just about ready to really roll here the next day or two.
Well, this ought to be fun. I appreciate the invitation coming up here. And like I said, I've had a chance to travel a lot of places, but I tell you what, I've never sat at a prettier place than I've sat right here.
I appreciate that.
It's God's
enjoy it.
Well,
enjoy it.
We'll have a good week. Well, that's a nice mule deer right there.
Yeah, he is.
They going over the hill, Tim?
Yeah, they are. They're heading out now. I didn't see any real good bucks in there. Several does. I'm sure there's a buck working down that canyon there someplace.
Yeah.
We've seen two real nice ones over here on the right-hand side.
Look over there on that hill. It looks like there's like 4 mule deer, and one's bedded down. Which one is that one? It looks like a buck bedded down, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It sure is. It sure is.
Is it a good deer?
Yeah, I can't tell. Look in your spotting scope there,
Let me
Jack.
see if I
what you see.
Yeah, I just looked over, glanced there.
Looks like a good one to me with these glasses.
Wow. That is a good buck. Shame we're not mule deer hunting.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll go that 28-inch stuff.
Wow. Boy, that's a dandy. Well, I'll tell you what, let's head on back to the truck. Like I said, you gave me the scenic view and you kind of gave me an idea of the lay of the terrain here, and let's go try some of these whitetails out.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Tim, this is our first time out. I'm kind of excited because I've never hunted in Idaho. I've never hunted in terrain like this, but you mentioned on the phone we get a chance to throw a few rocks down in these canyons, and that's basically the way I hunt at home in the clear cuts.
Yeah, Jackie, we'll just go ahead and head right on down this ridge over here, and we'll throw a rock down about every 50 to 100 yards. Those old bucks will break right out of that canyon, head up that south slope, open hillside, and go into another draw.
So your bucks, they go across then. Most of our bucks will stay in the thickets and ease on down.
Now these deer here, they want to get out of that canyon, get them into another one, so they head out right away.
Sounds great. Folks, this is a great way to hunt mid-afternoon bucks. So when you come in from that hunting camp, between 11 and 2 o'clock is some of the best times to do this. Get you some big old rocks and just work it down. All right, Tim, let's ease on down. Let's get this thing started.
Let's go.
Before Jackie and Tim get started on their hunt, Jackie will apply cover scent to his boots to mask the human scent from the whitetail. As Jackie and Tim slipped around the edge of the ridges throwing rocks, they spotted does on 3 different occasions, but bucks were not to be seen. Again, this technique of easing around draws and throwing rocks is still a very productive method of hunting whitetails. especially during the midday, when most hunters are back at the hunting camp. Give this hunting method a try this fall. You'll be surprised at the number of deer you'll see during the midday hours. And now it's time for the Buckmaster's Tip of the Week, brought to you by Winchester. Ammunition that works as hard as you do.
Hello, Buckmasters. I'm Jerry Peterson of Woodswise Products with the Buckmaster Deer Calling Tip of the Week. You know, first there was horn rattling and buck grunting. Then we started telling you about the estrus bleats or breeding bleats of does. Now I'd like for you to think about one other aspect of deer behavior, the social side of the deer. Particularly the contact call. This is a call that deer use when they're lost or separated. And because it has nothing to do with the rut, you can use it any time during the year. In the early season, during the peak of rut, and in the post-rut period. This is a contact call. Notice that it rises and falls in pitch. This call says, "I'm lost. Where is everybody?" This year, I'd like for you to think about the social side of the deer's behavior. I'm Jerry Peterson with the Buckmaster Tip of the Week.
The Buckmaster's Tip of the Week has been brought to you by Winchester, ammunition that works as hard as you do. Buckmasters has had the opportunity to visit a lot of interesting places around the country. But Idaho is by far one of the most beautiful and scenic states our cameras have captured so far. From the river valleys and rock canyons to the snow-peaked mountains, the splendor of Idaho is breathtaking. To the visitor, the countryside looks the same as it must have 100 years ago, when the open range belonged only to the Indian and the cowboy. Even today, cattle is still king, and the wranglers continue herding on horseback. Some things never change. Perhaps that's as it should be.
Sporting goods dealer.
The weather out west changes quickly. During our stay, the temperatures and conditions fluctuated from day to day. Hunting in the lower basin, the temperatures were mild. As we moved into the higher elevations with light rain, the rain changed into snow and gently laid into place a beautiful snow-covered backdrop.
Not too chilly on the four-wheeler, is it?
Yeah, it's pretty brisk.
Jackie, I'd like you to meet my #1 guide here at Boulder Creek, Tom Fliss. Tom is Jackie Bushman.
I heard you're a legend at horn rattling, is what they tell me.
Oh, I might be stretching a little.
Tom, I'd like you to take Jackie on down over here in that south slope off of Schoolhouse Creek and see if you can rattle them buck up.
What, you mean where we seen all that activity the other day?
Yeah, same place right
Yeah,
down
that'd
there.
probably work good.
Maybe set just a little bit higher this morning.
Yeah, we can try that.
Here's your horns.
Oh, great. Thanks for bringing them over.
Gracious, y'all got big horns up here, don't you?
Oh, it worked pretty good for me, though.
Okay, these are your lucky horns. All right, so I'll meet you back here in about 45 minutes.
You bet.
Okay.
Have a good one now.
All right.
See you.
Thanks.
There's some pretty country out here, Tom.
Yeah, I really enjoy living up here.
Well, where are we going to try to rattle this morning? What's your strategy?
Well, I like to get in some cover where my movement will be concealed by the brush, and I think this point right over here will give us a good view of this whole area. You can be out in front of me where you can do the shooting, and I'll just kind of stay behind you. We can work together. You have that grunt call number.
Right.
Yeah,
I'll use that.
Okay, we can kind of communicate that way too, where we don't have to talk hardly until something happens, but I think we'll start right over in there.
I was noticing your horns there. You think you might be able to find a bigger pair?
Well, I'd like to find a bigger pair, but these are the nicest I've ever found here, but...
I was going to say, if you hit your hands with those babies, you can be in trouble. What do you do to keep from hitting your hands?
Well, I like to wear heavy gloves, and I always keep my hands behind the eye guards.
Right.
And I always look where I'm going to strike them before I do.
I see.
Turn them this way and keep the points going away from me, because
I got you.
I have hit myself and it does hurt.
Right. Well, like I said, I do a lot of rattling down south, but I don't have any horns like that that's going on the walls. But that's a shed right there, isn't it?
Yeah, they are. And
Oh, that's a dandy.
I like these bigger horns because I think they carry further.
Oh, yeah. They sound like 2x4s.
Yeah.
Like I said, down south, if you hit those things together, they're running to the next state. They don't want to come see what's fighting over there.
Yeah. Well, the reason I like the way they carry because it does get pretty windy up here at times.
Yeah.
And with wind, it's real hard to get them to hear it.
Yeah.
And they are pretty nice horns for rattling.
I heard you were a legend up here, so let's see if you're any good.
Well, we'll give it my best shot.
Come on.
Came by me so fast, I didn't see him. He must have been standing out there listening to you.
Yeah, I believe he came in below that rise. That's why we couldn't see him. And first thing all I could see was his horns.
Uh-huh.
But I could tell he wasn't a real big buck.
Yeah, he wasn't a shooter, but it was nice to watch. Yeah, boy, in that snow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we got a good look at him when he came across, but he was already spooked by then, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think he winded us, though.
No, like I said, I think he was watching and listening because normally they'll come in and stop and be looking. I don't think I saw him early enough. But he wasn't a shooter, but that's neat. You working the rattling horns and me using the grunt call.
Yeah, it's better to work as a team that way.
The next morning, Jackie and Tim set out on a still hunt in a lower basin closer to camp, where the winter's snow has not yet fallen. There's some pretty country here, isn't it?
Yes, it is, Jackie. I think this morning we'll just go ahead and ease right over this knoll up over here and see if we can catch something out in that meadow.
Yeah.
At the edge of that timber strip.
Well, I was noticing here the contours of your land here in Idaho give you an excellent chance to still hunt if you just stay along the edges. And like I said, just looking at the way it's laid out here, you just ease over the edge and you can look down, the valleys are 200 or 300 yards.
Yeah, you can. You can see a long, long ways here.
And the bucks try to stay closer to the timber, though?
You bet. This time of year, they're real shy. They're going to just hang right along the edges of the strip there. But we can catch them out in those meadows a little bit if we just ease along here.
Well, I can guarantee you, land is not a problem as far as covering here.
No, we got plenty of that.
How many square miles have you got here?
Well, there's about 200 square miles here.
I think we can cover that in one day.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go for it.
All right, man, let's ease on over here. After a couple of hours of hard still hunting, Tim glasses a nice buck easing through the edge of the timber. The hunters will now try to get into position to get a shot. The deer is about 150 to 200 yards away. Jackie and Tim are staying as low as possible to the ground, so the terrain will keep them hidden from the buck.
Jackie, there's 3 of them right over there, right against the trees right there.
Yeah.
Looks like at least 2 good bucks in there.
Look at the one on the left right there. I'm just looking with my naked eye. He's got good white horns.
Yeah, he is. He's a nice 10-pointer. I can give him in that. The other one's there's 2 10s in there, it looks like to me.
Is it?
The one on the left's the best one.
They're moving on us a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're starting to get over here. That one's getting in good position there, Jackie. See him going over there on the left side?
Yeah. All right, let me see if I can get on this log right here and I can get a shot off.
Let's see, you're going to be going at that angle, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah, let me get set here. Let me get a good rest.
Good shot, Jackie. Got him.
Yes, sir. Let's go down.
Okay.
Boy, Tim, that's a really nice buck there.
It's a nice 10-pointer, Jackie.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Hey, thanks. You're a great guide.
Thank you.
I tell you what, you know, being as windy as it is, you know, we're able to slip around and the deer can't hear us, and especially with the wind in the right direction, they couldn't smell us. But I couldn't believe there was 3 bucks down there.
Yeah, all together. 2 5-pointers and that one smaller one.
Boy, when you say 5-pointer now, for all you Eastern styles, that's a 10-pointer. Hey, that's a dandy deer right there. Hey, thanks a lot. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. When we get this back, I'm gonna show you how to cook southern venison.
Let's do it. Let's go.
All right.
Last week, the Buckmasters were in Idaho rifle hunting with Tim Craig of Boulder Creek Outfitters. Today, travel back with us as we continue our hunt. Let's join Jackie, Tim, and Buckmaster's Vice President Alan Brewer as they do some midday hunting.
Tim, we get a chance to do a little mid-afternoon hunting here, and it's very similar to what Alan and I hunt in Alabama.
Yeah, what we'll do, Jackie, is I'll go set you down over here, right over the hill here, and take Ellen down on this point over here. I'll take the four-wheeler around. I'll rock out this draw over here.
Right.
And we'll try to chase any old whitetails that are laying on that point over there up this canyon.
Right. Like I said, we do a lot of it hunting the clear cuts, Alan, and you know, we throw the rocks down in and they bust out. They either take one draw or they take the other, and if you place your hunters in the right spot, somebody's got a good chance of getting a good shot.
Oh yeah, it's an excellent way.
Jackie, you know, they've always seemed to go down your draw. Maybe today is my day, they'll go down my draw.
I'm a lucky hunter, that's it.
I think we'll change that today, guys. You've never been to Idaho before,
That's
Alan,
right.
so we'll see if we can push one your way today.
Sounds good.
All right, so drive the four-wheeler around and wave at me, and I'll wave at Alan. We'll get started.
Okay, we'll do it.
Sounds good.
Once Tim is in position, Jackie will wait for his signal. Now, Jackie will give Alan the ready signal. Within only a few seconds after Tim throws the first few rocks, a doe crashes out of the bottom of the draw and runs uphill. Less than a minute later, Alan spots a huge rack buck, following the same path of the doe. As the buck works his way up the hill, he pauses near a tree, giving Alan the shot he needs.
right there, Tim? Dandy. This boy is the most unluckiest whitetail hunter I've ever been
Not
around.
anymore. I told you you're gonna come my draw today.
You done good,
15
Alan.
years. Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy.
Fine buck, Alan.
Thank you, Tim.
Fine buck.
Boy, you're right.
That's
That's
a
a long
dandy.
time coming right
It
there.
really is. Boy, what is that? Looks like a 12-pointer right
There
there.
ain't no doubting it. Look at the thickness here, Jackie.
He's all
How
bladed
about
Well, you
out.
know,
that?
when I first saw him, he was running away, and I said, "Goodness gracious!" I said, "Look at that!" And I guess I was picking up. I knew he had good mass because I was picking up this thickness here, and he turned in that bottom and started up that other side, and that's when he offered me a shot right there.
Yeah, I saw him. When you threw the rock, it's just like when it hit, he came out of there, and there was a doe in front of him.
He followed the doe out. That's what
Yeah.
gave me the shot.
Got him, yeah.
Because I watched that doe come up the hill, and I got right where she was, and he followed right in line with her. It was perfect.
And you got him in one shot too. That's what it's all about.
You're right there. It was a long ways, but
A fine shot at that, Alan. It's a good shot.
I appreciate it.
That's a great way to hunt though, Tim, you know, mid-afternoons. And like I said, fellas, if y'all got a chance to get out, you know, when you've got ridge terrain and, you know, throw those rocks down the bottom, because that's where the whitetails are bedding.
Yeah. There's
No doubt about
Yeah.
that.
You know, Tim, last year in Texas, I took the nicest whitetail I've ever taken, but boy, this one steps right past him. I appreciate your efforts, and this is a beautiful way to hunt right here. Thank you much, buddy.
Thank you. It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you.
We've had a lot of fun. I tell you what, folks, if you want to go whitetail hunting, give old Tim Craig a call here at Boulder Creek Outfitters. Hey, I hope we can come back next year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, first one on the list.
Let's get him back to the house. The guys are going to go crazy over him.